Hello and welcome back to Aubrey Books and Coffee. Please grab your favorite beverage of choice and join me. It's finally time to review the 2024 book boxes and see how well they did against each other and the books themselves. I'm going to be giving a nice fun rundown just like last year. You'll see it on a slideshow without me talking and blobbing all the time. And you'll end up seeing all the books that I thought were 5 stars by genre and then the one that won overall. And here's a fun little tidbit for you, a little hinty hint, if you will. My favorite book of all time for last year is actually sitting on my shelf behind me somewhere. I wonder where that could be. I wonder which one it is. Do you have an idea which one it is? So for now, I'm just going to go over the book boxes real quick. So first, I'm going to talk about OwlCrate. I read 10 of the 12 books that came out for the year because, of course, I have to get them done in order for me to actually feel like I can review them properly. And so out of the 10 of 12, the overall average for them, and I'm going to make sure to have their pictures all on here so you can see all of the books, was a 3.0 average. That's not horrible, but I would have liked better. To be honest, I would have liked better. So it is what it is. Moving on to book of the month, I had 20 books. Now, the reason for that is I also signed up to not only get the physical book, but an audiobook each time. And out of those, and so the total read, is 20 for that. And their average was 3.25. Much, much better. I prefer that. Let's get closer to that 4.0. Of course, my cats are eating, so I apologize if you hear that. Then, of course, we had Fairy Loot for a while there, but there were only 4 books that I got to read and review before I decided to actually cancel this subscription. Too many of them were the exact same book from OwlCrate. It was just happening too many times, and I just couldn't keep telling myself it was okay to spend $50+, especially coming from overseas. It ended up being about $55, $60 a month when it was the same book. So I ended up canceling it, but of those 4, it gave me an average of 3.0. So again, like OwlCrate, and I feel like, yeah, it was a good decision to go ahead and cancel that subscription. Then I had Once Upon a Book Club. Again, I was spending $55, $60 to get this book box, and the books just seemed to be going more and more downhill. I wasn't enjoying them. The gifts themselves were just seeming to get cheaper and cheaper. It just, for me, it was no longer making sense to continue to get this book box, so I canceled it. But I did get 9 books, and of those 9, I ended up with a 2.7 average. So I think it was a good decision to cancel it. I wasn't enjoying the books that they were picking, and like I said, the gifts themselves weren't seeming to be as nice as they used to be. So sadly, I had to say goodbye, but they are a fantastic company. The people there are really, really sweet and amazing. Cannot say enough good things about the people. Just wasn't a book box for me. Then last but certainly not least, I decided to replace the 2 that I canceled with 1, and that was The Broken Binding. So for this one, I got 3 books because the way Broken Binding works is they send you the series. And so each month you get the next book in that, what's usually a trilogy. And so I went ahead and did that. And that was Jade City. I did a vlog on that one. Had a good time. It was an average of 3.65 for those 3 books. And so obviously I am super happy. That's really close to 4-star. That won't always be the case, I'm sure, as the year progresses, because it depends entirely on the series itself, on whether or not I'm enjoying it. But the editions are absolutely gorgeous. And I ended up being able to sell Jade City since it wasn't 5 stars. It doesn't live on my shelves. And I ended up selling that on Pango. So I got to recoup some of the cost, and the person who got that trilogy, that's their favorite in the whole wide world. And so it was just a win-win-win all the way around. So I'm hoping to do that in the future. If they're not wins for me, they can be in the different drawings we do on my channel here, or they can go on Pango. So either way. But I hope that this answered any questions that you had on the book boxes and how they did. I am open to suggestions of other book boxes you think I should be looking into. I am always here for you guys. This is a channel for all of us to get together. If there's one you'd really like me to try and review, I'm happy to do that as well. I don't have $1 million, so it will, of course, have to do with my budget as well. But feel free to let me know what you're looking forward to and hoping that I'll try out or that you love yourself. So without further ado, let's get into the awards show by genre, my favorites of 2024, and see who that final winner is.